Hey everyone, happy Thanksgiving. I'm just doing this Thanksgiving morning since I have time, but I'll just do a quick recap and I'll pick the three games for Thanksgiving Day, and I'll do the rest on another day. But yeah, just do a quick. I'll do a recap, give you my thoughts on last week's action. Yeah, I'll start with the Browns and the Steelers. Like I said, I picked the Browns to win that game, and I was right. And they did. The Browns did everything they could to give the Steelers that game, and the Steelers still didn't win. I don't know if you saw after the game, George Pickens was saying the refs took the game from them, and well, we're a better team than the Browns stink. Like George Pickens, because he plays on the Steelers, is acting like he's won the Super Bowl already. He thinks he's not even on one of the teams that have the echoes of that's their Super Bowl wins anymore. The Steelers are not championship contenders. They haven't been for 10 years now. I don't know where George Pickens gets this idea that they're the Steelers and everybody needs to fear them. What, Russell Wilson's on your team now and he throws a couple of dumb moon balls up in the air, and then somehow you'll usually get a pass interference call, a phantom one, or I don't know who he thinks they are, right? I was loving his little hissy fit after the game because he knew it was embarrassing that they lost to the Browns. But the Browns have been beaten. They've been splitting their season series either way. Yeah, it looks like Jameis Winston is going to have to be the bridge quarterback for the Browns for now. I don't know if I've really heard about like the consensus number one draft pick in college right now. So there doesn't seem to be like a quarterback out there that's going to for sure change anyone's fortunes. But you never know. I mean, Jaden Daniels doing pretty well. I didn't really watch a minute of the Patriots-Dolphins game. Dolphins still owning the Patriots, which I love. That's fun. Tua, and the Dolphins are clearly a better team with Tua. It's too bad that he was out, and it's too bad that they just really suck when he's out too. They can't weather anything without him. And I've had my doubts about his ability to really lead a team into a championship contention. But I mean, so if they can't even pull themselves up together anyway. I didn't watch much of the Lions in the Colts game, but that looks like the Lions just took care of business. The Chiefs and Panthers game, I was glad. I mean, I don't know. Does it really matter? The Chiefs still won that game. It was fun seeing them not be able to put away a bad Panthers team. The Panthers came back, roared back, got the 2-point conversion, tied the game. But then, of course, why does it always work out that way? That there's always enough time for the Chiefs to just go down and kick a field goal and win the game. That happened all the time with the Patriots too. Just so happened that the Patriots always would get the ball last. And it just so happens that the Chiefs always get the ball last. And I mean, the 2-minute offenses, I've said this for years. Why don't you just do the 2-minute offense the entire game? Because apparently nobody can ever stop it. I was very disappointed in the Texans' loss against the Titans. Titans had some big plays against the Texans. I don't know what that was. I mean, I know that the Titans they're a scrappy team. Yeah, they have 3 wins now, but they're scrappy. It's tough to get a win against them. But I mean, giving up 32 points to a Will Levis, that's not. And you sacked him 8 times. And the guys on the broadcast, man, they were being brutal. They were being brutal to Will Levis. They were just saying how all of these sacks are his fault. And he throws a pick 6, you guys still lose the game. I thought that the Texans were probably going to have a sophomore slump year with C.J. Stroud. Not saying that I doubted C.J. Stroud, because I told you at the beginning of the year I believe in him. But yeah, they're still missing pieces for sure. I did not watch a minute of the Vikings-Bears game either, so I don't have much to say. I mean, dude, Vikings are 9-2. I was doubting them for a couple of weeks back there again, but 9-2, man. They would be the 1 seed if not for the Lions. The Buccaneers took care of business against the Giants. Giants released Daniel Jones. I might have mentioned this stuff on my. Oh no! I didn't. Hold on a second. All right, I had to go kill a fly that was I could hear banging up against one of my windows. It's November 28th, and there's still a fly alive in my house. I don't know why. Okay, what was I talking about though? Let's go back to the games. Oh, dude, that Commanders game was wild. Very disappointed that man, this is not a good losing streak for the Commanders. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They should have won. There's no reason they should have let Cooper Kupp run 34. I mean, it wasn't all him, but like 34 points from the Cowboys. You're at home. You should have won this game. Their offense has fallen off a cliff. And is it the what's his name? Kingsbury? Kingsbury? What's his name? I don't know. The former Cardinals coach. Is it really his Cliff? Yeah. Is it his effect? I mean, that his teams just run out of gas offensively at the end of the year. Maybe that's really true. They looked great earlier, but that was a wild, wild game. The onside kick off that turned into a touchdown for the Cowboys. That didn't really lose the game for them. They lost the game after that extra point miss. That was when because the recovering an onside kick is just that you should not rely on that. And I do want to there's something I want to say about that. I remember years ago, and they might even still be thinking about it. Because onside kicks are not recovered very often, very, very rare. There's a very low percentage of onside kick recoveries, and it should be that way. I remember years ago they were talking about, well, maybe because we don't see them, maybe there should be another option where the team has to convert like a 4th and 15 on their own 30. And I'm like, no, that's a terrible idea. And that was when Tom Brady was still playing. So, Bill Belichick and Tom Brady would have just tried to do that every time. And all they would do was throw up some stupid pass that had no chance of being caught and then get a phantom pass interference call and get the ball back. Getting an extra possession should be very, very hard in the NFL because possessions are so valuable. I don't think it's fair to punish the team that is winning. They're the one that got themselves into that position. They deserve to win. Instead of, maybe we should. No, you don't get free opportunities to try and win the game. You should have been winning the game the entire time. And I don't want to see some goofball throwing up because that's going to happen with the Chiefs and any other team just throw up some stupid pass. No, it should be very difficult to recover an onside kick. You don't want to put yourself in that position. Don't be losing at the end of the game. Well, that's going to have to get cut out. I didn't watch any of the Broncos-Raiders game, but apparently the Broncos hadn't won in Vegas until now, so good on them. Yeah, it was a 50-50 pick for the Cardinals-Seahawks game, and I'm glad I picked the Seahawks. Yeah, the Cardinals, they've disappointed me again, right? There's still a chance. They're still, they're second in the division right now. They got Seahawks are on a roll right now, but anyway. And Seahawks beat them pretty good. Cardinals didn't have any chance coming in there. Really happy to see the Packers put the hurt on the 49ers. And I don't care that Brock Purdy didn't play. They probably would have played exactly the same without him because who was the guy the backup in place of Purdy? He was not the problem on the team. He played just fine. Didn't play great, but I don't know. That seems to be Brock Purdy. He plays just fine, but not great. So I'm going to love them missing out on the playoffs when people thought they might just be back in the Super Bowl again. And again, please give Brock Purdy as much money as he wants. Please do that. And the Rams never really had a chance against the Eagles. I was doubting the Eagles because of the way they finished last season. People were really hard on them, and I'm like, okay, let's not be too hard on them. But then, yeah, I just saw the way they were playing. I'm like, okay, maybe we do need to be hard on them. But that seems to be over with. Saquon Barkley was a great fit over there. They look good, man, and they could definitely challenge the Lions. I love the way the NFC standings are kind of shaping up right now, because there's not really a team that I truly despise. Because that's sports for me. Most of it is just like, okay, who do I hate because my team's not going to win ever? Your team's not. That's most of sports. The majority of your life, your team is never going to compete or challenge for whatever championship there is. So you have to like look at which team you hate and be like, okay, well, I don't want them to win. But I'm looking at the NFC standings. There's not a team that I personally hate or despise. So I would be happy with a lot of these teams making it. A lot of people hate the Eagles. I've just never been an Eagles hater. I don't know why. And the Chargers and Ravens. I got that one wrong, man. I picked against my Ravens. I was doubting them. And at the beginning of the game, it looked like I was going to be right. I'm like, they're struggling. They're not giving the ball to Derrick Henry. And then they turned it on and outclassed the Chargers entirely. And John is now 3-0 against Jim Harbaugh. I know I said I don't find that storyline that compelling, but the media does. And the media always, they really like Jim Harbaugh for because I guess he has the sound clips. John is just kind of like no nonsense, doesn't want to make headlines, but that Jim his entire life wants to make the headlines, and so they buy into it. And I think that's because I do like Jim Harbaugh, and he's a great coach. But it's nice to see John be 3-0 against him, since the media loves Jim so much. So anyway, those are my thoughts for week 12. Let me go ahead and let me do some screen capture. Let's see, window capture. Shoot, should have had this set up before. Yeah, let me go ahead and pick the Thanksgiving games, and I got to do it quick because I think the first one's about to start. All right, week 13. Okay, Bears, Lions, easy. Lions. This is their year, man. Not much left to say. Do you really want to get into the trap of saying, well, the Cowboys got this in the bag? Do you really want to get into that trap? But then it's really hard to pick the Giants right now as well. And the Cowboys destroyed the Giants. I think the Cowboys have their number. I don't think the Giants are going to sneak up on them. Cooper Rush has had experience. Yeah, let's not get cute, Cowboys. And Dolphins, Packers. Again, I'm worried I'm picking too many home games this week because I was looking down the line. But I'm going to take all the home games. Lions, Cowboys, Packers for the win. And anyway, I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. Lots to be grateful for. So let's watch some football, eat food with family, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.